Roger, we'll keep going.
Surprise, motherfucker!
He really can't stay away from Anthony Cooper.
For all you know, I was commander in the Navy.
Is that a reference to his Jag character?
Where do you get electricity? We have 2 giant hamsters running a massive wheel in our secret underground hangar. It's funny. There's leftovers in the refrigerator. Help yourself. She needs to be alone. So if I were to call her right now, that's what she would tell me. Phone's right over there, John. What's her number?
Wow. Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Kevin, Kristen, Michael, and I are back for Lost Season 3, Episode 13, The Man from Tallahassee. And wow, I finally get to learn how John Locke ended up in a wheelchair. That big cliffhanger ending that I'm sure we're going to talk about. Let's talk about it.
I remember when we did Walkabout, Jake, one of you said, I hope we don't have to wait too long to find out how John Locke got in the wheelchair. And I remember us in the spoiler chat being like, well, you're going to have to wait a while.
It's going to be a while.
We're finally here. This episode, this is my favorite, second favorite, I said, like non-premiere finale, like of its own single episode of Lost. It's perfect. I love this one so much.
Yeah, it's a great episode. It does not make me like John Locke, but it is a great episode.
Because you're a heartless bastard.
No, because he's a mindless idiot.
Bitch, heartless bastard. It's great.
I mean, I will happily play the role of heartless bastard if that's what it means to hate John Locke.
My God.
Oh my God, where we've come from so far with this Lost.
Season 6, it'll just be us screaming at each other.
That way, building up to it. Oh my gosh. No, I remember watching this episode for the first time and being like, just edge of your seat the entire time. Like, I was just like, you start off like the episode, like, okay. And then, like, as the episode progresses, you just get closer and closer to the TV because you're like, what is about to go down? It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Usually when we watch Lost, like, select scenes, I'll, like, lean forward and sit like this. This one, the entire episode, I was like this.
No, you were like this, like half covering your eyes, like, I don't want to see, but oh my God, I want to see.
Yeah,
I'm so interested to share my thoughts. I mean, I think I should share them as we get into each moment. Yeah. But yeah, this was just crazy. I definitely was expecting certain things to happen and then being even more intrigued by the other thing happening. So
yeah, there's a lot that goes into this episode. But before we get into it, I've got some fun facts. I'm going to go to Kevin first. The first reference, like, obviously, you called it out when we were watching it. Locke does mention, like, he was in the Navy. That was a Jag reference to his character in Jag. So, yeah, so that was a fun little, like, throw it in kind of moment. We also have quite a few numbers, but not so much said out loud this time. When John Locke is doing his little, like, application at the very beginning, his address is 168, so 16 and 8. He falls into an octagon shaped garden. So like when he's falling down, you can see that it's an octagon. So again, these are not mentioned out loud, but like if you're looking at it, but what they do mention out loud is he fell 8 stories, and then he was paralyzed for 4 years, which we knew. But also when he visits them in the flower section of the flashback, when he's like, you know, confronting Anthony Cooper, the flowers behind him are on sale for $48. So yeah. A lot of different random numbers, but mostly just strategically placed. But we also get 2 references to the black and white situation that we've been seeing, like the good versus evil. He brings out 2 coffee mugs. One is white and one is black for when they're, you know, Peter comes. And then also the chicken. Ben says, I ate most of the dark meat. I hope you like white meat. So it was kind of one of those things. Massive continuity error here, guys.
Oh, I had this too. I hope it's the same one.
I hope it is too, but if not, we're coming to yours. So if we remember in A Tale of Two Cities, we see when they were like zooming out that they are deep in a valley, very far away from water. We also see on the map that they're surrounded by this like fence, right? That Mikhail and them,
Oh,
Yet,
yeah.
when they go to the submarine, it takes them not that long to go to where the submarine is stationed. So, massive continuity error there because there was no water around them. So, oopsie.
That is not mine, but it is related. So,
Okay.
also a continuity error regarding water. We see John Locke get into the submarine from the dock, place the bomb, and then get out of the submarine. And yet, when Jack and Juliet arrive, he is drenched in water.
Soaking wet for no reason.
At what point did John Locke go into the water?
Right.
There's no reason for him to be wet. He got in on the dock and he got out on the dock.
Maybe he got really sweaty. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. He's super excited about blowing up.
Maybe he had to go into the ballast tanks to plant the bomb. Who knows?
Yeah.
I have one more fun fact. Do you have any more?
I don't. That was it. That was mine.
Okay. Also, I think it's so cool when Jack's playing the piano. He's playing his own theme. He's playing Jack's theme, like Michael Giacchino's score from Lost for Jack's theme. So it's like Jack playing his own theme, and it just makes me so happy. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah. No, I forgot about that one. That is a good one for sure. Shall we get into this crazy episode?
Absolutely.
All right. So we open up where, again, Lost dupes us into thinking this is how we're going to maybe find out why Locke's in a wheelchair. No, just kidding. He's just depressed, but he's there for his disability, and they're consequently suspended because he's decided to not go to therapy any longer. And then he stands up and walks away, and we're like, damn, not again, not again. But yes, again, that's what Lost likes to do to us. But then we can go straight back to Jack playing football. I love that they left this in, like, to make it again. Just we're like, why is he playing football with these people? But we're getting kind of a little bit more of the story that's coming out into play. So we see them all staring at this whole football situation. We see Rousseau kind of being like, not about this. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. Don't care about the man playing football, all the things. And she leaves, and Sayid notices. But then they start to see, okay, wait a minute, hold on. What's Jack doing now? Juliet approaches. Like, obviously, Kate informs him, like, that's the girl that helped us escape. Then they go over to Ben's house, and they're shaking hands. And this is like what is Jack doing? Because now not only is he playing football, but he's shaking hands with the guy that has, like, done all these things to them. So it's kind of this, like, opening of where's exactly is this episode going to take us?
Seeing Jack and Ben shake hands is kind of wild, and I love the look on everyone's faces, because I think, like Kevin mentioned, we're all assuming he's just kind of playing along, but he seems quite happy, and he's being chummy with Ben, and all of a sudden, like Locke even says, like, this is going to be more complicated than we thought. It's such a good, like, setup for this episode.
Yeah, I never believed in 2000. I never believed that Jack had actually, like, turned or flipped. I always believed it was what it was, which is that he was just, like, playing along. But yeah, it's a fun like wait, so I know him. Wait, and that's Juliet. Wait. It's very much that.
So I'm really looking forward to you going to be defending John Locke in the next scene, then. That's good.
Oh God, here we go. Starting already, y'all. But with that, they now have to come up with this new plan, because this is, like Locke said, going to be a little bit more difficult. Kate being very insistent here, and Sayid being the voice of reason of, like, okay, you need to calm down for, like, 2 seconds. We need to come up with a better, like, he looks like he does not need rescued. And she's like, that's not Jack. And he's like, but, like, you have to look at the big picture here. We've got some, like, issues.
To be fair to Kate, she did see Carl, like, strapped into a brainwashing chair. So, like,
yes, but Carl was, like, completely incapacitated. Jack's playing football. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't know. Like, it is believable that maybe that's what Jack has went through, that he's been put in that room and now he's some kind of brainwashed other.
No,
like, it makes sense that Kate would think that.
No, and I get that, and I understand that completely, but I think, like, you can't just go in there guns a-blazing. Obviously, they are set up for this. We've seen them time and time again be completely set up for really anything. Don't go in there all, like, you know, guns a-blazing, and Sayid's like, take a chill pill and let's like figure out a plan. But guess who comes up with a plan? Kevin's favorite, Locke. Locke comes up with a brilliant plan to, let's wait till dark. Let's go, like, approach Jack, see if he wants out. If he wants out, we get him out, and if he doesn't,
before that, can we mention the most important part of that, where Locke talks about Jack's character, and he says The first time I met this guy, he was dragging people out of a burning wreckage. If he's shaking hands with the others, he has a good reason for it. Thank you, Locke.
Okay. Again, sometimes Locke does and says the right things. However, his motivations are what I don't like, because he's already making a plan, right? As we see later, he doesn't go to get Jack. He goes to see Ben, right? So, like, yes, he is right. But the way that he manipulates people to, like, do his plan, I don't appreciate. But he is right that Jack is a great guy. And I'm glad that he notices that.
He just said John Locke is right. Michael
I'll take it. I'm just gonna.
Michael's having a field day. But yeah, so they do come up with this plan. We'll wait till dark. We'll approach Jack when he's alone. We'll find out if he wants out. If he wants out, we'll get him out. If he doesn't want out, then we'll say see you later. Like, whatever, it's fine. We do then go back to our flashback with Locke, who's living a very sad and pathetic life at this point. We know that, like, from his interview that he just had with this lady, he is now single. We know that Helen was over his shit. She's like, I'm done.
Reasonably so.
Correct. But she's like, you know what? Have your dad. I'm good. I'm done. Peace out. And so Locke is now, because of this, living a very sad and pathetic alone life, eating a gross TV dinner, watching TV, and he gets a knock at the door. And this guy's like, hi, are you Locke? And he's like, no solicitors. Hi, I have a sign. I love that he's like, I
love that he points that little sticker where he's like, I have a sign. It's so funny.
It makes me laugh every time. Like, ooh, watch out, the sign.
It's also just like another thing of like, this guy just does not want to be bothered in any way at this point. This is like Locke at his lowest and loneliest of just, he's completely living a hermit life.
This is probably like one of those motels too that you can like rent the rooms and like stay in as an apartment. So like
That's a good point. Yeah, I never even thought that he's living in a motel. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a good time in Locke's life.
So I'm glad you guys brought this up, and I want to come to you, and then Jake, I want to get your like kind of impression of this too, because later on in the episode when he's outside, like when he's approached by the detectives, which we'll get to, the outside of this looks very much like the outside of the hotel where he goes to give his dad the money where Helen breaks up with him. So I always wondered if that was the same place that he ended up staying after she broke up with him.
The outside did look very similar. I don't know. I guess it could be, but
did they do that to be like, basically she left him there, took the car, and he was out of luck. So here you go. I don't know. Jake, what were your thoughts? Do you feel like that was kind of is it just another place to stay, or do you feel like there might have been a connection there?
There could have been a connection there. And we don't know how long ago that ended up happening. I mean, I'm also kind of tracking as well. John Locke's hairline is receding more and more. So you can
way further back when he was at that weed camp.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And then I did think when Peter Talbot answered the door, I thought it was the kid. Was it Eddie, the guy who played Goku? So I thought it was him, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But it wasn't. It just was a guy that looked very similar.
If there was one thing that could have brought this episode down, it's if whitewashed Goku turned up. We didn't need that. Yeah. So I don't know. I do think the similarities are there. I can see it. So
I mean, I like too that you're bringing up the timeline, because we know, we obviously know that Helen broke up with him. We're assuming that weed camp, as Kevin calls it, was after Helen, because obviously he's like, help me stop being so angry, all these things. But then obviously he leaves this, I'm assuming that this is why he's at his lowest, is he just lost his girl. Now he lost his family because of undercover cop here that got fresh out of the academy. So I'm it's kind of fun to see where the timeline of Locke leads, and I think that's kind of always a fun thing. But anyway, nonetheless, dude at the door, he is like, I need to chat with you, and Locke's like, you got the wrong person. He's like, how many kidneys do you have? Okay, into the door we go. That's you don't need a key, that's your password, secret password. But he comes in, and him and Locke start talking, and he says, my mom fell in love with this dude, and his name is Adam, but you gave him a kidney, and his name wasn't Adam at the time. His name was Anthony Cooper, and I just don't trust this guy, and I'm not feeling great. But
Good instincts on this kid.
Right. Good job, Peter. Good job, Peter. But he's like, he can't be that bad. You gave him a kidney, right? And Locke's like, well, it was anonymous. Never met the man. So he's lying about this, which is interesting. Like, why not just come clean here, Locke? Like, you guys are obviously on the same side.
It
Why
comes
not?
into what Ben says to him at the end. Like, as much as Locke does not want to admit it, like, he has been terrorized by this guy. He's been craving his affection and love, and he's not gotten it. He is scared of this man, and he's trying. We said he needs to just cut him out. This is what Locke has been trying to do. He's living his life. It's a miserable life, but he's living it. And now all of a sudden, this guy is back. It's like he cannot escape him. And in this one, he really tries. He really tries to do the right thing. And it gets worse.
But like the obvious right thing to do is to tell him right away, tell your mom to get away. He stole my kidney. He ruined my life. Da, da, da. Like, tell this man to tell his mom to get away. I will tell her myself. Like, it's a very simple solution, John Locke. It's a very simple solution.
Or, he is a con man. Like, yes, Peter, you are spot on the money. Let's go to the police right now. You've got your stuff. I got my stuff. Anthony Cooper, we know where he's at. He can get arrested for all these cons that he's done. So I'm not feeling Locke lying about this in the moment. So as we'll see, it leads to poor Peter and his horrible end here. But with that, going back to the island, Kate does go in alone to this house that Jack is staying at. I also love that they let Jack have his own house, but they put the cameras in. They're like, have some freedom, but not
right.
But Kate goes in and Jack is playing the piano. He's living his best life. He's ready to have everything that he's wanted, and now everything's about to go to shit. But Kate, he stops playing piano again. She's a horrible spy. She's in there creaking on the floorboards. Jack's oh, hey, what's up? Why are you here? They're watching me, you idiot. You came in here, you didn't notice all these cameras around. But of course, as soon as he says that, they bust through the door. They've got her captured. They've got Sayid captured. And we kind of get this.
How did they get Sayid? I'm shocked about Sayid just being captured like that. They just drag him in.
That just happened off camera. That just happened off camera.
Yeah.
Sayid's smarter than this. Come on.
We do know that there was a battle, because when we see Sayid tied up at the swing set, he's brute. That there was a fight. He didn't just go all nice.
I just don't buy that any of the others could actually take Sayid.
Take him.
There had to be about 30 of them.
I will say, though, there's a moment here where us as the audience are starting to really question, maybe Jack isn't brainwashed. Maybe he is actually with the others now, because they're who else is with you? And they're not answering. And
he says, just answer the question.
Answer the question. It's almost wait, I thought we were on the same side, Jack. What do you mean? So I know for me, when I was watching that, I was like, oh, this isn't brainwashed. He's actually working with these people. I'm on to you, Jack. I'm on to you. So, Jake, what did you think about that moment?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, to the Sayid point, it's crazy to me as well that Sayid can't sneak around, but John Locke apparently can. So
maybe he's just better.
Can I speculate that John Locke sent, because he made the plan, because he wanted to go to Ben, that he sent Sayid the more obvious get caught route.
Yeah.
Just a little
What
speculation.
do you mean, yes?
Well, we do know that Locke was not taking the back like he was supposed to. He went to bed.
Right. But, yeah, that's true.
He was never standing guard at all. So
so that's probably why. But
no, that's not probably why. You just made that up, Kevin.
I just think
he went to Ben's house. He was not standing guard.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he's got anything to do with Sayid being caught, or that he set Sayid up.
Oh, that's Kevin.
That's just my speculation.
I'm just saying that he was obviously not doing what he was telling them.
Well, I was saying probably why to John Locke not at his post like he was supposed to be.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not there to give Sayid the backup that Sayid is expecting.
Michael shaking his head. So
listen, Michael, I give you some stuff with Locke. You have to give us this at least, that he did not go to his post where he was supposed to be standing guard.
Sayid expects backup and then doesn't get it, and then Sayid
Doesn't
gets
get
caught.
it because, but you know what? Honestly, with how Locke was in with Kate and Sayid getting taken out by Mikhail, that it's not, I don't think Locke would have been any assistance.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, so then to the question about, is Jack with the others, or is he has he been brainwashed or whatever? I definitely, so I remembered that he made the deal with Ben. So I wasn't sure how far Jack was going to be willing to go to fit into that deal, but he knows Ben is smart and manipulative, so he kind of has to do as much as he can to fit into that deal. But it was definitely like, as soon as, Kate comes in, he just stops playing the piano, turns around, and isn't even like excited to see Kate there. So
he's
that's
like horrified.
Yeah.
Jack is less than 24 hours away from leaving this island, and then he turns around and Kate is here. It's like, oh my god, are you serious?
You could come tomorrow.
We're doing this right now. Like I'm
now?
They spent too much time at the other station. Just kidding. But with that, I mean, we get that they have now been captured. And then we go over to Sweet Ben. He's in his slumber, but something's not quite right. So he wakes up, turns a light on, and hello Locke is right there in Ben's room. And of course, poor sweet Alex, like she's just woken up because she hears stuff and she gets thrown into this almost immediately. But we find out from Locke before Alex can interrupt them that he wants the sub. Like he wants to know where the sub is. He wants to know what you're going to take me there, all these things. And we start to see where this might be going. And then, of course, Alex does come in. He holds her hostage because they are coming to inform Ben that they have just captured Kate and Sayid. And I do love this moment that he's like, because we hear them say like, yeah, sure, whatever, go grab them, all the things. And then he's like, go get the man from Tallahassee. And Locke immediately comes out. He's like, is that code? And he's like, no, I'm so I don't have a code for the man from my closet holding my daughter hostage, but maybe I should have one.
But obviously we should.
Obviously we should. It's so funny.
Ben is like at his funniest in this episode.
So
he is
sassy.
so dry-witted, like sarcastic. He's amazing. I said it before we started, but I think Locke and Ben are my favorite combination of characters. Like those two actors together just have so much chemistry. It's wild. Like they should have continued. They should have just had like projects together for the rest of time.
Yeah,
they're like acting soulmates.
Yeah, I was definitely also wondering what was meant by the man from Tallahassee. I definitely was like, oh, is it like some other position with the others? Obviously.
No, it's a man. It's a man.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. But like that was my first thought. I didn't know who it was going to be end up being. I had another thought later, but we'll get there when we get there. So.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, is this the first time we've seen Richard on Island?
Yes.
So obviously we see him in the Juliet flashback.
That's okay. Yeah,
I was recruiting Juliet. This is the first time we've seen him actually present day with the others, part of this group. So that's also like an interesting development. It's assumed he's still there and around, but it's the first time we've seen him.
Yeah, I was wondering where I was like, I feel like I know who this guy is, and then no, that makes sense.
If you can't remember his name, just call him Guyliner because that's what I call him.
The actor looks like he has very thick eyelashes. It looks like he's wearing eyeliner, but he doesn't. He just has very thick eyelashes. Yeah,
most definitely. But with that, I mean, we also hear a couple other things here that like, I mean, I love Tom too. Tom has zero idea what's happening. This is why I'm contemplating making Tom my favorite character because he's just like, he's not this bearded bad guy Zeke anymore. He's just like the teddy bear that you love, and he has zero idea what's actually happening. But he's like he even mentions they're in the room, knowing that like he doesn't know that Locke's in there, but he's like, well, Jack and Juliet leave tomorrow. He's like, shut up, go get me the man from okay, I need to talk to Richard. Like they're like, shut up, Tom. But he's just living his best life, and he's feeling like he's so empowered, and he's not. He has zero power. The beard is now gone, and Tom has no power. That's why I love him. But with that, he also Locke is not letting Alex up at this moment. He's like, she's gonna go get the bag that's with Sayid, which we all know that Sayid took the bag because of the C4, this is a problem. And even Ben calls him out, and he's like, well, knowing that you met Mikhail, you went to that station, and what you gonna do with that? And he's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I'm now that as I'm sitting here listening, like as we're talking about it, I'm wondering how many steps ahead was Ben? Did Ben know that they were like at the perimeter of the barracks? Like, was Ben prepared for because he's like, oh no, you're gonna go get the explosives, right? Like he's so prepared. Did Ben already know? And he says you came traipsing out of the jungle, but like Ben never saw him come out of the jungle at night. When did Ben know that they were there?
The thing for me that I've always like thought in this moment is that I don't think he was prepared for this. Like he obviously was not prepared for him to take his daughter into the closet. He was very like kind of disheveled by that. I think he looked at this moment as like, I know what Locke's going to do. He's going to be an idiot and I have to appear to stop it. But like, it's a win-win for me. So like, I'm fine. Like, I think that he was just like, oh, well, whoopsie.
I think in Ben's mind, this was the island giving him like something. Like he has no way out of this, and then all of a sudden, here comes a way out. Just
like he had nothing, he had no way out of his tumor, and then a spinal surgeon fell
from the sky.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ben, Team Ben.
But we'll get to it. How did he get that tumor? Locke has a good point.
Can't wait for this fight.
This Locke and Ben have the same issue apparently of thinking that they're so special and the island gives them things instead of just accepting that sometimes that's the way life goes.
They're going to get into a battle here in a second, shortly. But we do go into the flashback where Locke finds Anthony Cooper at the floor shop with his soon-to-be wife that he is, of course, conning, because why would he not? I love the face. This is the thing about Anthony Cooper, like, is horrible as he is. He looks up and he's surprised to see Locke there, but he's also like unbothered by it. He's like, oh, well, it's just Locke. Like, he's like,
this guy again.
Yeah, he's just like, so like, he's like, I'm not worried about this kid. Like, he was crying and sitting outside my house like for months on end. Like, I'm zero worry about him. But Locke says, in the wedding, or I'm telling her. So like, you're not doing this again. I met Peter. Peter told me all. Go ahead, Kevin.
How you think this con man who has made his entire life by conning people, you think just because you came and said, no, you're mean and that's bad, you need to stop this, you think he's going to stop now? Like, God. Oh.
Also, it's insane how he just gives him Peter's name, like gives him everything to go murder this poor kid.
That's the thing that really bothers me about it is like, I was in the neighborhood and I saw you outside like buying flowers with this poor woman. Why are you here? What are you doing? Like, you can't play. Like, he's just like right off the bat. He's like, Peter came to my house and I know everything and you're playing this woman and you better end it. Like, dude, can you hold your cards, please? Hold your cards.
You have the woman right there. You have her right there. Talk to her.
Right.
Oh.
I do agree. Like, I think Locke's intentions here are right. He's trying to do the right thing and trying to stop someone else from being. And by the way, just the performance when his voice breaks when he says like, you come into these people's lives and you leave it in ruin, and it's like, oh God. But this guy is a dangerous man, and he says to him, he's onto you. Like, that is a key bit of information to give someone like Anthony Cooper who does not care. Like, I don't blame Locke for what happened. It's Anthony Cooper being a despicable piece of shit, but he doesn't handle this in the best way despite his best intentions. I will say that.
I will accept that. Thank you.
I could be reasonable.
Look at you two giving little things to one another in this episode. So cute. Look at this sweet moment. But with that, we go back to the island here, and it's kind of like a turn of events, which we're going to see at the end of this, that Ben's like, hey, can you help me get in my chair? No funny business. Just want a little bit of dignity. You should know about that there, Locke. This is the manipulation of these two going at it. That's what I'm saying. This entire episode, they're one-upping each other. Go ahead, Michael.
Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm giving Ben too much credit, I genuinely think that is a rare moment of sincerity. Like, sure, maybe it works on two levels, but like that feeling we're going to see with Locke being put in the chair later, that feeling of vulnerability, and Ben has been like a powerful presence, and to be there, like unable to move, like in his pajamas in his bed, like wanting that little bit of dignity, and just like, can we have this conversation in a more like man-to-man way rather than me in my pajamas in bed? Like, can you just help me out?
I agree with you that it was like genuine, but it's the dig at the end of it. Like, you should do something about that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're constantly one-upping in this each other.
I don't assume it's genuine. I assume it's just been poking.
I mean, quite possibly.
Poking Locke. Because it's so easy to do.
The nice way.
So I mean, with that, this is where again these two, we have a whole scene of them literally one-upping each other. We've got Ben manipulating Locke like not giving a shit and just like basically manipulating Ben right back. They really are like, they're trying so hard to be on the same page, but they're not, and it's just great because this is where like prime banter that I love to see. But we just kind of see this kind of go toe to toe with that. But in between this, we have Jack visiting Kate. Kate is obviously locked up in like their rec room. Looks like there's like a pool table and things like that. She's like, "What is this?" He's like, "They live here." She's like wanting to know what the building is, and he's like, "This is where they lived." Jack's giving her nothing. But he tells her that, you know, he made a deal and you shouldn't have come back for me and all these things. And I like that he, in this moment, tells her he knows about her and Sawyer without telling her he knows about her and Sawyer. And she's like, well, who told you that? Like, she knows exactly what he's talking about, but she's thinking somebody told her so she can be like, that's not true. And he just kind of gives her a look of like, bitch, I saw you on the camera.
It is true and it's okay. It's true and it's okay.
You.
I saw you. Like, nobody told me. It's fine. But yeah, so I mean, there's just a lot of, Kate's obviously shocked by what's happening here. Like, this is not who she thought she was. She thought Jack would be excited to see her. She even says, like, I didn't think you meant it when you told me not to come back. Like, this is a very different setup that I thought I was coming into. And now you're telling me you've made a deal and you're leaving and all these things. And then as they're like having this moment, Juliet's like, hi, remember me? We have an appointment. Like,
we have a sub to catch.
We have a little appointment thing we need to get to. But there is a very sweet moment where Jack whispers in her ear, I will come back. Little does he know he can't. Whoopsie.
I mean, I'm sure he would have tried his best, but this is the thing. Jack leaves the island here. He has no way back. He doesn't know where they are. You don't even know if they're in this dimension. This island's weird. Like,
well, and that's the thing with Michael too. Like, he was on the dock when there's like, you'll never be able to come back here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they said this on the dock when he gave Michael the boat. So like, I don't know what you're planning on doing.
Listen, if you got out, you can get back in. He'll like, I believe in Jack to find a way.
I do not.
No. What are you going to start counting how many times like the sub creaked as you walk, like, to know how deep you are? No.
But if you listen, the island is there. It exists because people are on it. And if you can leave the island, you can get back to the island. Like, there is a way. So
the Earth is pretty small. I'm sure they'll find it again.
Relative to the whole universe, yes. So, like, wherever they are, they're somewhere in the ocean. They're somewhere. Like, I assume that Jack, with all the resources of his doctor money and his dad's inheritance, he'll find him. And the other half is like, it's a plane crash in the middle of nowhere, right? So like, we're just searching randomly for a plane crash. But now you know it's an island, about how big the island is, about where the island is. Now you're going to have somebody who says, 6 hours into the flight, we turned around, da, da, da. Like, they'll have more information. I believe that it is a genuine intention to come back, and I think that he has reason to believe that he can follow through on that.
I don't doubt his intentions.
Correct. Little does he know is that when he comes up from the submarine, he pops up on a new beach where they're saying survivors ready, go, doing a challenge. With that, we do go back to a flashback with Locke, and this is where Locke maybe starts to think, oh, whoopsie, I should not have said everything I said to Anthony Cooper, because he does get out of his car with some groceries. He is approached by detectives, and they're asking him about Peter Talbot. He's like, no idea who you're talking about. Nope. And they're like, well, he was here a couple nights ago. And he's like, oh, that person. Yep.
Oh, he's such a bad liar. Like, obviously, the actor's a good actor. He's a great actor. But, like, John Locke, the character, is a terrible liar. He's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that. God,
I forgot.
He knew who it was the whole time.
It takes a very good actor to be a great actor playing a guy who is a bad actor.
Yes. Yeah.
But he's like, oh, yeah, he was a solicitor. And the detective's like, he had
I tapped my sign.
Well, I tapped my sign. But she's like, he was worth a lot of money. I'm not entirely sure what he was soliciting. So did you want to give us a little bit more information? Thanks. We're seeing right through your ass. And he's like, why do you need to know about this kid? And they're like, well, he's dead. Whoopsie. Way to go, Locke. Thumbs up.
I mean, we don't learn what actually happened to him. There's no doubt in my mind that Anthony Cooper absolutely killed him. But, like, how does it... Because he is a monster, but we've seen him be just a con man up to this point. So, like, this is a whole other level of monstrosity. Like, I wonder what happened with that. And it's so sad. Like, he's a character... We met him once. We don't know the guy, but, like, he was a young guy who's, you know, everything ahead
looking
of him.
out for his mom.
Piece of shit, like, just kills him for his own gain. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's very sad. Like, I think that's where, like, you're talking, Michael, that Anthony Cooper goes on to another level. Like, you're like, there's no way Anthony Cooper could be worse, and then this happens. You're like, okay.
Every time he turns up, somehow he's worse.
Like, you never expect it. And then we're not even to the, like, other part of this, like, at the end. Like, it's just crazy. But, yeah, Anthony Cooper, I don't think we all know where this is going for at least.
Oh, yeah.
But Ben has questions for Locke. He starts to obviously question him about, you know, he says, did it hurt? He's like, yeah, I felt my back break, you idiot. Like, and little do we know, we'll find out later that that's not what Ben was asking at all. But then they also got into, like, was it instant? Like, when you got here, were you able to walk? And he's like, you're wondering why it hasn't happened to you. And this is where I'm talking about these two go toe to toe together. And I love it. Because he's like, but I mean, you know that you can't leave because then you'll be back in the chair. Like, they just go, I mean, it's just constant. And I think that this is, again, what we've talked about. This is beautiful acting between these two, that they are just, it's seamless. It's seamless how well they do this together.
But John Locke is so dumb because he's getting played the whole time.
Not really.
Okay, but he's getting played hear me out.
Okay.
Because Ben wants him to believe the whole time that John actually has the upper hand, right? Like Ben wants John to think that this is all John's plan, this is all John's idea, and Ben is actually going to get nothing out of it. So part of that is for Ben to allow himself to look like the weaker, less important one, right? So, like, this is all part of Ben's manipulation of like, oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. And, like, yes, Ben is also, I'm sure, worried about, like, why have I lived on this island my whole life and now I have a tumor? Like, I'm sure Ben is also, like, wondering these things and not happy about these things. But this is all part of Ben's manipulation of John Locke, of like, yeah, you are the special one and you're right about everything, and that's why you should blow up that sub.
I totally agree that that's what Ben is doing, but it comes to the same end. Locke doesn't give a shit. Like, Locke is doing what he wants to do. If Ben wants to do it,
Locke absolutely gives a shit.
Well, he does, but, like, I don't think he cares that much that, oh, this lines up with what Ben wants, so I'm not going to do it. All Locke cares about is his own mission at this point, and what Ben thinks is kind of irrelevant. I will say, we've got to mention maybe the funniest line in the entire show. It's like, how do you have electricity? And Ben says, we have two giant hamsters running in a wheel in our secret underground lair.
That is so funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's seamless. seamless. Like there's not even like he doesn't even think twice before coming up with that answer. Like he's like, I already have an answer for that. Like it's great.
So funny.
So good.
But also, as much as Ben is playing Locke and he's trying to get the sub blown up, absolutely, but Locke 100% gets under Ben's skin for real. Like Ben, when he says, you know, why hasn't happened to you? Like, come to think of it, how did you get sick at all? We have seen this island. It has healed John Locke. It has healed Rose. And it has given Ben a life-threatening illness. Like, that had to be taken. The island wasn't doing shit for him. Jack had to fix him. Why is Ben not getting that treatment from the island? He's been here for so long. That gets to Ben. Like, 100% that gets to Ben.
Oh, yeah. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying Ben is going to allow that conversation. He's going to allow it to get under his skin because he wants John to think that he's gotten under his skin.
Yeah.
While of course these two are being the sarcastic shits that they are, Alex goes and gets the bag from Sayid. Also, do we love that we have a new Danny basically in this Ryan character?
Yeah, that it's really funny. They replaced the old white dude that's like the security jail guy, and then replaced him with another old white dude.
Well, they got a lot of henchmen. It's fine.
Right, it's just like Danny reincarnated. It's great.
Yeah.
With that, we also see that as she grabs the pack and starts to walk away, Sayid says, "You look just like your mother." Oh my god! Like this, she's like, "My mother's dead." And he's like, "I'm sure that's what they wanted."
I'm sure that's what they told you.
Like, oh my god! And the guy's like, "Shut up!" And it's like, dude, it's already said. It's already. You should have said this like before he went on that tangent. But as we're gonna see later on, we're gonna get a moment. Oh my gosh, where I just like tear up. But going back, obviously, Alex arrives back with the pack. This is where Ben's like, I love this moment because like to everybody like regular, you know, like not us like watching how Ben has operated. To Locke, this is him like begging, Locke, please don't do it. Like, there's another way. Think of this box. You could have anything on this. Don't do anything like this. I'm begging you, don't do this. Like, my people need to believe that they can leave this island. Like, you're gonna ruin that for me. Like, it's like he is setting up Locke here in this moment to be like, I don't care about you.
He uses the word, the sub maintains that illusion.
Yes.
I think that's such a key word. It's so good. Like the people haven't made that commitment yet, and the sub like maintains the illusion that they're allowed to leave. These people aren't allowed to leave. Ben's not letting these people go anywhere.
You know that because of Juliet was supposed to be here for like what, 3 months or 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like 3 to 6 months, and it's been years.
Right. But I just love that Ben in this moment is like begging Locke, but he's like, I don't really want him to stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like
it's just
like
Ben.
You're gonna make that illusion go away, but no, like we already know that illusion's gonna go away, but you're gonna be able to blame Locke for it. That's not you taking this illusion away. That's Locke. So now Locke is the enemy. So like this is a win for Ben across the board, like all the things.
And
but
Locke walks right into it
as they
with arms wide open.
As they go to leave, though, he's like, you know what? I need Alex one more time. She's going to take me this up. And he's like, just take me. I love that this is where Locke gets another dig at Ben. He's like, you'll just slow me down. I love this episode just because of these two, like, honestly. But Alex is going to go with him to take him to the sub. And when they get to the sub, or as they're leaving to go to the sub, she's like, my dad's manipulating you. Like, you should know this. And he's like,
she tells him.
I don't think Locke's unaware of it.
She tells him. Like, she flat out tells him. He's playing you. And he doesn't listen.
I do love that. I'm kind of with Michael a little bit. I'm also kind of with Kevin because, like, he does, like, he's like, I'll keep that in mind. It's kind of like when he says that, he's like, I'm already aware, but thank you, little girl, for informing me kind of situation.
She's literally telling him, he wants you to think it's your idea, but it's his idea. But he wants you to think it's your idea, and it's not your idea. She is literally telling him exactly what is happening as it is happening. And he's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, you're getting conned again. You're getting conned again. You're getting conned again.
He's not getting conned because he knows he's been manipulated. It doesn't matter. He just wants to destroy the sub. Whether Ben wants it as well is irrelevant.
He
Whether it was Ben's
realizes
idea or not, yeah.
after it's blown up, and he, as we'll see at the end of the episode, he realizes he just gave Ben everything that he wanted and got. Now, like, what does he have to show for it?
Anthony Cooper.
True.
He gets conned again. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
This moment, I think, like, this is like the shortest moment of anything, and we've seen in Lost, this next part, but it's the most impactful, I think, is when obviously Alex drops Locke. He's like, there's the sub, see you later. And Locke runs down there. He's like, I mean, he also is like, sorry I involved you in this, but your dad's a piece of shit and you just kind of got stuck. But with that, he takes off. And so she stands there for a second and she turns around to leave. And we see that Rousseau is staring at her daughter for the first time in 16 years, like already tearing up.
And we know from the last episode too, she was like afraid. Like she didn't want to see her. She didn't want to know. And so it's so good.
Yeah, this is really good.
It's literally a split second of time in this episode, and it's literally the most impactful. It's just like, it's so like, anyway.
It's the epitome of like no dialogue needed.
Right.
Like
100%.
Everything you need to know is it's painted on her face and her performance. It's so good.
Oh, so good. So good. But going back to the barracks here, we have Jack come in and say goodbye to Ben. Juliet, they're like, bye. Bye, Felicia. We are out. We're so happy. Saved the day for us. But he brings up that after I leave, I need you to let my friends go. And he's like, well, they only came to save you anyway, and you'll be gone. So, like, sure, I'll let him go. And he's like, no,
he says, when you leave this island, I'll let them go.
Right.
And like, we as the audience are screaming, like,
yeah. I love that. We again, Ben manipulated everyone that he like comes in contact with, but like it's the choice of wording that he used, because like he's not lying, because you never got to leave the island, so now I get to keep all of you here. Yay for me, more people. But yes, so Jack obviously is like, I need your word. He's like, sure, yep, totally. Have a great day. Have a nice sub ride. See you later. Bye. I also hate this. This is also another split second of this entire episode where Juliet goes like, thank you, Ben, for keeping your. Oh my God. It's like, she's so like, I'm finally going home. And this is where, when we're going to get to it, that I'm so sorry, Michael, I'm jumping over to Kevin here because poor Juliet. Like, it's more Juliet of anything. Like, this is so horrendous. But
can we just mention as well, like, Ben is such a little shit. When Juliet's like, thank you, Ben, and he's like, yeah, I'm such a good guy. Like, it's okay, Juliet, knowing exactly what's gonna happen.
No, right. So bad.
Hashtag Team Ben again.
Sorry, Jake, what?
I was gonna say hashtag Team Ben again.
Yes. He's amazing. Again, Michael.
It's just one more little thing on this section, but Alex, like Ben, before Jack and Juliet come in, Ben's looking at photos of Alex on the wall when she was a kid, like a toddler, and I do think it's an under talked about part of the show that like Ben does care. Like she might not be his daughter, like she might have been stolen, but he does care about this child. Like he has raised her. And he might not be a good person, but I think she is like almost like his weakness in a way of like, this is someone he does genuinely care about. And even though she probably hates him at this point, like I do think you see in that moment where he's just looking at those photos that there is a real person in there that cares and has attachment.
For sure. No, I agree with that. Well, let's get to the moment that Kevin's going to have a field day on. Jack and Juliet, along with all of their bodyguards, show up to go board the sub. And as we see Locke get out wet.
Soaking wet for some reason.
Soaking. Not even wet, soaking.
It was hot down in the sub.
Right. They all see him. They get like guns drawn on him. Jack approaches him and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, sorry for what? Kaboom! The sub is now gone.
Yeah, I knew as soon as like John Locke left, and then Jack and Juliet are like, "Thank you, Ben," and I knew that the sub was going to get blown up at that point. Like they obviously, I mean, hindsight, because I know there's more seasons and whatnot. Obviously, they're going to have the sub blow up at that point because we have 3 seasons left. So
yeah, Jack ain't leaving the show here, surely.
Yeah, sorry, Jack.
But
I unforgivable. Oh boy. Unforgivable.
I will let these two go at it in a second,
Yeah,
but
go for it.
I am jumping onto this because, and I said it because of Juliet. Like Juliet has all she's wanted, and we know like they're just like she's wanted off this island. She's asked and begged and plead. Like she like you know what I mean? Like she's like she's over it, right? She is over
For
it
years.
and like
when she left, her sister was like cancer ridden and pregnant, and like, is she gonna live? Is the baby gonna live? And she disappeared. She thought she was going to Portland, and she disappeared off the face of the planet. And all she wants is to like go back to her sister, who she promised to get better, who she like promised that she would have this baby. She just wants to go back and see her sister and see her niece or nephew. It's all she wants.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so heartbreaking for me is that moment of her being like, "Thank you, Ben." Like she's like, "I finally get it. Like I finally am going home." Like that to me is the worst. Like Jack, okay, like whatever. You've been here for what 70 something days that we said or whatever. Like she's been here for so long that this is her moment of like finally. And like so for Locke to take that away, like whatever, Locke, like you don't want Jack and them all.
Unforgivable.
Like, yeah, this is. I'm sorry, Michael. Like. Juliet, poor Juliet. Go ahead. I'll let you two now fight.
You don't always get what you want. It's only Juliet's sister. Like, oh my god! I will say, like, whether you like it or you don't, this place is special, and these people are here for a reason. We know that. Locke knows that. Jack might not be willing to admit it yet, but he knows. Like, Locke understands it. And he's right. Jack cannot leave. Jack is not supposed to leave.
How does John Locke know this? This is just what John Locke thinks.
Special.
He is. Oh my god.
The island talks to him. He has visions.
The island also talks to Echo and then killed him. The island also healed Rose. The island also made Ben sick. Like the island does things to other people besides John Locke. John Locke is just one of the guys. And if John Locke would bother to talk to anyone about any of his ideas ever, if he would bother to be honest at any point in his life, even in the flashbacks, be honest with people, talk to people, he would avoid so much. He would avoid so much going wrong. Like if he just talked to people instead of deciding on his own, he's going to blow up the sub because I think everyone should stay here, then maybe he would have found out, you know what, maybe I should let Juliet go. Maybe I don't actually know everything. Maybe he would figure that out. But instead, he's just so selfish. Everyone has to do what John Locke says that they have to do. Like, and it drives me fucking insane.
Well, if Jack leaves, maybe things turn out worse. We know they have a purpose here.
Okay, maybe they do turn out worse. Maybe you're right. But maybe John Locke should talk about that with Jack instead of just making a unilateral decision for all of them all on his own.
He's the leader.
He is not the leader! He's just a guy.
And this is what a crash out looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
Put hashtag crash out in the comments.
Oh, poor sweet Kevin. We had zero idea you felt this strongly about Locke. We would have never
can't stand him.
Yeah, I think like it's definitely for me, I definitely am in the camp of John Locke shouldn't have just blown up the sub. So he's like it's a very selfish move. Like he should be doing like if he really wants to stay on this island, nobody's making him leave. So
stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
But
you go
Jack
find
also needs to be there.
I this is where I also feel the same way. Like no one is saying, Locke, that you have to leave. Like, you can stay. But I also, this is where I go to Michael, though, too, because you could leave, but, like, we don't need people to know where this island is. It's special. Like, we don't need, like, this does not need to be a new tourist attraction and all the things. So I will constantly always go back and forth. But this moment, he's a dick because poor Juliet.
Yeah.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, but apparently it's just Juliet's sister.
Apparently. Heinous behavior.
She's not important. I should be on the island.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy of us. Well, anyway, speaking of that, buckle up, everyone, because this ending of this episode is insane. So after Locke, of course, blows up the submarine, we are now back to a flashback. The flashback that we have all been waiting for. And that is Locke showing up, because that's proven so well for him before, to show up and confront Anthony Cooper about Peter Talbot's death. And he is not happy. What did you do? How did you do this? Like, why did you, this poor kid, like, you were supposed to end the wedding. And Anthony Cooper is still very calm, cool, collected, is like, how could you think I would do that? I'm a con man. I'm not a murderer. Like, how would you ever think that I would do anything
Does not
more?
give a shit.
He gives zero shits.
And like the reason he gives is pretty, when he's like, yeah, she called off the wedding because he's dead. So now I get nothing. So
Right.
And I'm like, that is like, playing into your own selfishness is a great way to be convincing. I don't believe you, but that was the best argument you could make.
He's also so calm, cool, and collected about it. He's like pouring drinks, which, like, shout out to the whiskey again. But like, he's just like pouring drinks out. Like, he's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get any money now. She's devastated. This poor stupid kid died. Like, he just does not care. And to the point of this is Locke's like, so she called off the wedding. Like, he's even seeing through this bullshit, as well played as it is. He's like, so if I call her right now, she's going to tell me she called off the wedding. He's like, the phone's right over there. Again, like, the amount of, like, he's so calm here. This is crazy. Like, I would be like, I imagine if I were to kill somebody, and I would be terrified if anybody showed up at my door being like, why'd you kill him? I'd be like, I didn't do it. Like, you would just have some freak out moments. And he's just like, phone's over there. Have fun. Like, he doesn't care.
This is just another Tuesday for Anthony Cooper.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Clearly.
But as he goes to grab the phone to call, and he turns around and says, what's her number? Anthony Cooper pushes Locke out of an 8-story window, where he lands on his back, and now we understand why he is paralyzed.
Yeah.
This is, like, Jake, I want to come to you, because, like, before I get into, like, the little bit of the aftermath, which is where you really start to feel for John Locke again, but I want, like, you've been waiting for this moment. How did it feel to finally get this?
I mean, it's crazy. I think, like, the buildup has just been properly done, because from the beginning, we've had, like, 4 or 5 episodes at this point of Locke and Anthony Cooper. Like, they properly built up this tension to get to this point. I didn't know what was going to happen, to be honest. I wasn't sure how things were going to be affected or whatnot. I think an episode, I thought Walkabout at some point, I said, like, I thought John Locke was going to get shot in the back or something, like Charles Xavier or something. I think that's not to that effect, but I definitely was like, I thought I had said something like that as to why he got paralyzed, but I really had no idea. This is like a horrifying way to get, I mean, pretty much it's not death, but you're pretty much just being condemned to sitting in a wheelchair the rest of your life. Like,
I think Anthony Cooper was trying to kill him, though. Like,
yeah,
He wasn't Anthony Cooper trying to kill him.
like, you're dead.
Yeah, he should be dead, but like it is like John Locke probably should wish he was dead rather than just being condemned to not being able to walk, and like this is terrible. So I do feel in this moment for John Locke, because like nobody deserves this kind of fate. So yeah, I was very, very happy to finally find this out. Yeah, it didn't disappoint. I think the build up made sense, and like it got us to where we needed it to be. And obviously we'll get to the other big moment that the build up led us to at the end. But yeah, this was great.
Yeah, I think I mean, talking about how you feel for Locke in this moment, this next part is just kind of like just so this is the moment where I like, as much as Kevin hates him, I'm sure is going to have a moment of like feeling bad as we get Locke waking up in the hospital. We hear the detective saying, "Sorry about your luck, but Anthony Cooper's gone. No idea where he's at." Like pushed you out a window and then just left. Like he's like, whatever. And then the nurse comes in and is like, "Okay, you guys got to go. Locke's got a lot of work to do." I love the positivity. Like I feel like in the situation when somebody's lost something so tragically, they have to have this upbeat personality, but I really kind of just love that nurse. And I mean, I will always stick by, I think the nurses are like who really save the patients. I've had nurses that have saved Cason's life millions of times, and they don't get enough credit. So like, if you know a nurse in your life, give them some love. But like he's opening the blinds. He's like, "Get out of your dark funk. We're getting in the chair. It's going to be a great day. We're going to like," and he's like, "I don't want to do any of this." He's like, "Dude, like," I love that he threw his line at him. I don't know if you guys like, I don't know if Jake caught that. But he's like, "We're not going to hear that. We're positive. We're positive. You can do anything. You fell out of the 8 stories and survived, dude. Like you were good. We're going to get in this chair." But the horror that like, I think any of us would feel is like, I've lived my entire life walking and in a split second, now I've lost everything. And this Terry O'Quinn, again, amazing actor, that you feel every emotion that he's feeling, the fear, the anxiety, the sadness, everything when they place him in this chair for the first time. And like
the look of fear in his eyes when he's been carried to the chair is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It is so heartbreaking. And like, yeah, I love the fact that the "don't tell me what I can't do" catchphrase kind of stems here, and it's something that clearly did resonate with him. And it even though this is probably the darkest period of his life, we know that it is going to now lead him to, you know, something that is incredibly powerful in his life, and he's living his best life now on the island. And that "don't tell me what I can't do" is something that drives him forward. This is him. Every time we've had a Locke episode, it's like, this is Locke at his lowest, and then the next one comes along, it's like, oh no, this is Locke at his lowest. And then seeing him in this wheelchair, like, that is Locke at his absolute rock bottom.
Right. We thought he was at his lowest when he was living in that hotel motel apartment, but actually
Holiday Inn.
It got worse.
You know, it's funny. It's like you never think Anthony Cooper can get worse, but he does, and Locke, he can never get like worse, but it does.
Yeah. No, I mean I think one time I made fun of Terry O'Quinn just as a joke, but like Terry O'Quinn is great. Like the acting is great. The like convincing terror of like I don't want to sit in that chair. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be stuck in it. Like it is so good. I feel bad for that character, right? Like I don't like him, but I obviously feel bad for him. Like he doesn't like. There's like, it's that inevitability that like he's looking at it and he's knowing he can't even do anything to stop it, and it's just like coming right at him. Ugh.
Yeah.
Great acting, great performance.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the cliffhanger of the episode, I can't wait because like none of us saw this coming. Like Jake, I know that it's fun for us to watch it. We all knew it was coming, so then we all went like this simultaneously at the screen. But when we were all watching this for the first time, none of us saw this coming. But that we do find Locke has been locked up, and Ben and Richard go down, and they're having a conversation. Ben, he's like,
Ben reveals, LOL, thank you so much for being my little bitch.
Sure. But they undo him. I love that Richard goes in and he's like, "You're not gonna do anything, are you?"
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, let's Richard calm down. But there's also a line in here where Ben talks to Locke and he's like, "You make the dreams come true. Like I don't know how to explain this, but whatever you're doing with the island, like you're able to now walk, like you're able to like you're obviously having something because what I'm about to show you." But he talks about the fact like this is where he brings back up, when I asked you if it hurt, I didn't mean like, obviously when you fall for hate stories, it's gonna hurt. And he's like, well, do you mean like it hurts my feelings? He's leading Locke into this moment of like, you have zero idea what I'm about to show you. And I like, it's just kind of one of those moments that he's like getting him thinking about, like, you think that you're like one with this island, but like, I don't think you realize how one you are with this island. Like, he brings this up to him several times. And he's like, he brings up where Kevin's going to hate this. He's like, you are important to this island. Like, you're a very important person. This is where Michael's going to have the best day of his life and Kevin's going to hide in shame. But he's like, all the things, whatever you are, Locke, to this island, it's super important because I'm ready to show you what's in the box. And he's like, wait, the box was real. Like, I love that he was like, I but he's like, nope, I've got the box right here and I'm ready to show you what's in it. And as he opens the door, it's also the longest thing ever. He's like, peer, and we're like, what are you looking for? What is in the box?
I thought the Lost title was going to come up right there.
Oh, I'd have been so mad.
Oh my god, we would have all been so mad. But that's something Lost would have done too.
Yeah.
But he opens the door and we see him looking at Anthony Cooper on the island, the man that has pushed him out of the freaking window. But also, I love this little like montage to Jack where he's like, Dad? And Jack did the same thing when he saw his dad on the island. So I like that was kind of a little tie-in between those two characters. But yeah, massive like cliffhanger. Why is Anthony Cooper on this island?
Okay, so I honestly thought Ben was leading John to the smoke monster, to be honest. I thought that's what was being...
It's his little pet.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't...
He's going to be, like, twirling in a room, just like one of those gymnast ribbons.
Yeah, I mean, we don't...
He calls him Fido. Fido, I've got Locke for you.
We don't know what that thing is. I mean, it really still at this point. And I mean, we know, I guess, supposedly, maybe it manifests itself as people who have been in our characters' pasts. So I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if, you know, I guess at this point, maybe it is really Anthony Cooper. This is obviously, I guess, where he went missing to, but or maybe it's something to do with whatever the smoke monster is. I don't know. I think it's either or at this point, but definitely crazy, and again, amazing payoff to what has been built up to this point.
Yeah, I love the look of excitement on John's face, and then his face dropping to the floor when it's like, it's the person I least want to see in the entire world strapped to a chair. And I think we mentioned it earlier, but it's like the fact that you think that Anthony Cooper is just some flashback character, that's an awful part of John's past. Like we've seen with other flashback characters that, you know, they're not part of the Island story, they're just part of the flashback story. To have it be this 3-season long, you know, arc of this guy being just the worst, and then realizing, oh no, he's also a part of our story here in the present. Like, not only is he the worst, he's also now become the worst on the island, which is saying quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Ben is here.
I'm not going to hang my head in shame, Kristen. John Locke can be both important and wrong. Like, they are not mutually exclusive. Like, did he get healed? Yes, he did get healed. Right? Like, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm saying that he is wrong in how he handles it. And that can still be true. He can still be important and be wrong. And blowing up the sub was wrong.
I mean, I think too, I also have to point out on this moment that the fear in Anthony Cooper's face here as well. Like,
he has never been one up like this. He has never been in this situation.
No, like, this is the moment where, like, I mean, obviously he's been captured. He's been held in this dark room. Like, and also, like, can you imagine, like, you've been stuck in this dark room with no light, and so the light finally, like, it takes a minute for your eyes to adjust. Like, you have to envision this as, like, when we're, like, in a dark room and the lights turn on, it takes a minute, and then he finally gets, like, his vision together, and it's Locke staring at him. I'd be like, what the hell?
And
What?
it's Locke walking in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, wait, what the hell? No.
Right. Didn't I push you out of a window?
Yeah.
Didn't
Right.
I kill you?
Right. 100%. But yeah, no, I think that this was an amazing cliffhanger to leave us on, because then it's like, where are we going to go with this? What role are we going to have Anthony Cooper in on this island? So I'm excited to continue watching. But yeah, I remember watching this for the first time being like, no, I have to wait. I hate when you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. So that's the end of the episode. Favorite character and least favorite. I mean, least favorite is a no-brainer. Anthony Cooper. Fuck him. And then favorites. I mean, I gotta go hashtag Team Ben again. Like he's just so fun in this episode, so manipulative, such a little shit, and so I'm gonna have to give it to Ben.
Yeah, I think we're all across the board on Anthony. Like, we talk a lot about how all of these characters have like darkness and they're gray, and it's not pure good or pure evil. Like, I think if there's one character that you can say this guy is pure evil, there is no redemption possible for this man. He is a monster. Like, absolutely worst character of the episode. And shout out John Locke, because as always, he's fantastic, as he is in every single episode of Lost that he is in. But I'm going to give it to Ben. I think especially the fact that we've been missing Ben for, like, he's been gone for a little while. And, like, the last time we saw him, he was just on a gurney, like, he wasn't doing much. This was Ben back to, like, peak Ben. This is such a good performance from Michael Emerson.
All right.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Don't do it.
He's going to make Locke his least favorite.
No, I mean my favorite is also Ben. He's such a sassy little thing.
Yeah.
Two hamsters on a wheel in our secret basement, like, hilarious. Here's the problem, is that this is everything I hate about John Locke. It's everything I hate about John Locke, and this is why I hate John Locke. And this is like the most unforgivable moment of John Locke. Trapping Juliet on the island is so, like, it's so unforgivable to me that, like, this is why I hate John Locke. But at the same time, Anthony Cooper is right there, and he is just the absolute worst person on the show. Like, it is a race to the bottom between him and Son's dad, and, like, he's winning. And, like, at least John Locke makes me feel bad for him in the flashback when he has to get in the chair, right? Like, at least he has moments where I feel bad. Like, I never feel bad for Anthony Cooper. He is just a terrible, terrible person. So this is why I hate John Locke. This is, like, all of the reasons why I hate John Locke on full display for all to see and to consume and to enjoy. But, like, Anthony Cooper's the worst.
You also forgot to throw in Susan in that when you were having your little tangent. But with that, of course, Anthony Cooper, it was across the board. Like, there's no question. I already hinted at it, and I'm doing it because I know you guys have the Ben and Locks covered. I'm giving it to Tom because Tom's just living his best life, trying to feel important, but he has zero idea what he's doing. And I just love him because he pops up and he's just like, but he's also trying to help, as you guys, like, we didn't talk about this, but, like, when Jack goes in to talk to Kate, he's like, be careful in here. He doesn't even say it, like, but he's like, be careful. Like, they have ears, they're listening. So he is trying to help these people. So I'm fully on board with Tom right now.
I meant to also, favorite character, shout out Jack, because Jack really was trying to help everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, some of their asshole got in the way, but
Yeah, I think
he was trying to help
trying to
Kate
leave.
and Sayid and Juliet, and he was going to come back and save everybody. And he was playing the role perfectly. The others were totally buying it. Just sitting there playing piano alone in his little barracks.
Oh Lord.
Selfish.
All right, episode rankings. I feel like we know where this is probably going.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This
What?
is the best one of season 3.
Oh yeah,
100%.
100%.
Okay, that's okay. I was like, wait, what?
I mean,
And
like,
we got to look at where it's going to go in
Yeah.
the overall.
Okay, that made more sense. But I was like, when you said I don't know, I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I think this is, for me, a top 10 episode overall, too.
top 13.
well, I mean,
Top
if it's
13,
going-
whatever.
If it's number 1 of season 3, then it obviously is going above Flashes Before Your Eyes. So it's 100% the new number 9.
Yeah.
Does it go higher than that? Is where we need to go.
I
think so.
Yeah, I mean, I hate everything about John Locke, but this is a really good episode. So, I mean, this is like up there with Walkabout. This is like,
Yeah.
this is why he's in the wheelchair.
I would say this is at least just a bit higher than Walkabout for me, so it's at least number 4 for me.
Yeah.
This is where it's so difficult. Like, there are so many people that have Walkabout as like the number 1 episode, so it's always difficult to rank something above it. But when I look at Lockdown, I think this is better than Lockdown.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think it comes down to Live Together, Die Alone or Exodus. Is it better than what both of the finales?
No. I am putting my foot down. Absolutely not. As much as I love Man from Tallahassee, I am putting my foot down on that one.
Yeah, I would not say it's better than Exodus.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jake, you'll never experience watching Exodus in 2005 live. That was like, it was so
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not going to necessarily put it as high as that, but I mean, I'm also didn't agree with like a lot of these placements. Like, I think I brought this up too before. Like, I definitely wouldn't have had Lockdown as high as it is. Like, Orientation, like all these, I wouldn't have necessarily had as high as they are. So looking at it from the standpoint to have this over like Walkabout, they should be very close, but like, so I'm fine putting it up there. I was going to put it like after Walkabout and above Orientation, but if you guys want to put it higher above Lockdown, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
Please bear in mind that this is a list by committee, and we each have our opinion, and we put the average. It is what it is. It's not a perfect list. Like,
No.
I agree. I think Walkabout's better than Lockdown, but that's where things shook out. So I have to put this above Lockdown because I think that this is a better episode than Lockdown.
And that's
I agree.
that's where I'm at too. Yeah, 100%. So
Yeah.
So
All right.
I agree with that.
All right. The Man from Tallahassee is right in the top 3 of overall episodes. All right, season 3. I mean, we kind of said it.
This is number 1 of season 3. This is
I'm agreeing with
Already
that.
above Flashes Before Your Eyes on the so,
Easy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Another episode wrapped up.
Sweet. All right. Well, that is Lost season 3, episode 13. Can't wait to get to episode 14. You guys can get to your spoiler sections. And as always, subscribe, share,
comment, subscribe. Do not spoil poor, sweet, innocent Jake over here.
Yeah, don't spoil me. But yeah. I'll let you guys get to it, and we'll see you all next time for more Lost on the Tribe of Nerds.
Fuck Anthony Cooper and John Locke.
Razzle dazzle.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tribe of Nerds after Jake, the spoiler section of Lost. Kevin and I are here with apparently rabbit number 8 that Ben is this like pet. Anyway, we spoil everything.
If we shake him hard enough, he'll pass out.
Baby. We spoil everything all the way to the end. So if you've not seen Lost in its
Which
entirety,
we're gonna get real close to the end in this one.
very, very close. This is not the section for you, so you need to leave. Like, go and do it, but like, comment, subscribe on the way out. Bye.
Bye.
That's plenty of time. If you're still here, you're screwed. Okay, moving on. All right, Man from Tallahassee. I'm so glad we're here at this episode.
We have a spoiler chat where we talk about things that Jake isn't allowed to know. And this episode was one of the ones that I remember mentioning very early on, like, I can't wait till we get to the man from Tallahassee. This is such a good one.
Such a good one.
Such a good episode.
Well, and it gets to lead us to a lot of spoilers, which is great. The main one being the man from Tallahassee is not just important to Locke. It's also important
Who else has a con man in their lives? Who else?
to my man! My man!
Which other man has been looking for a con man his whole life?
Anthony Cooper is indeed Sawyer, that Sawyer wants to kill because he was responsible for his parents' death and making him an orphan. So they're gonna have a nice little reunion.
They're gonna have a little reunion, and yeah, because that's part of the whole like they want John Locke to kill him to prove himself, and John Locke, being a little
Can't
bitch
do
that he
it,
is,
'cause
can't
he's
do
a
it.
little bitch.
So he gets Sawyer to do it.
Right. While my man's trying to have a nice little pee in the woods, he goes and scares the shit out of him and makes him come.
And he reads it. He reads in the letter, and Anthony Cooper does not care. And that
Anthony
man
Cooper tears it up. He's such a fucking savage. He's so
Yeah.
like, I hate him.
And going back to, like, every time we see him, we think, well, surely this is the worst he gets. No, it's going to get worse.
It's going to get
Somehow
worse.
it gets even worse.
Ugh, God, it's just ugh. Anyway. But I mean, at least my man takes care of it, and we're good. All right. Thank you for Sawyer.
Yeah, luckily we are reaching the end of this piece of shit's life.
We are very close. Couple episodes. But yeah, so that is kind of the main but also I love that we see Rick, because Richard's now actually like actively a part of this cast now. Because Richard's like, yeah, Ben he made you look like an idiot in that moment, because we're gonna get to that in another episode, but he like hands him Sawyer's file to be like, here you go, you can't do it, here you go. So Richard kind of obviously believes in Locke for some unknown reason.
We do start to see, like, people beginning to undermine Ben. Like, he seemed pretty infallible up to this point, and people do start undermining him. Even like Tom stops listening to him and starts listening to Locke instead of Ben. It's like this is the beginning of the end of Ben in power. Like, for most of the time we know Ben, he's not in power. He's like a prisoner, and he's
he's on a magic island that heals people, and he's getting sick there. So like,
yeah, Jacob does not give a shit about Ben.
Speaking of Jacob here, we did not talk about this as the spoiler, but I'm going to spoil this. I forgot that the reason why Locke survived that fall
yes,
is because Jacob will come up and touch him, and that is why he did not die from like he should have. So I definitely forgot about that, but yes, that is why.
Yes, I thought about that while we were talking about it. I was like, don't say this out loud. Don't let Jake hear this.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Why is that?
Because he's special.
They're all special. He does stuff like this to all of them.
Also, another point from like the last episode we just did when Mikhail was like, "You're not on the list because you're flawed." That is specifically why Jacob chose them, is because of their flaws. So I thought that was I couldn't remember that yesterday, but yeah.
The others don't actually know shit about Jacob.
Right.
Like, they don't know what Jacob's criteria are. This is passed from person to person. Ben is getting like a version of it, and then Ben is passing this on to other people, but Ben doesn't know what's going on. Like,
well, and aren't they not even like, Ben's not even actually talking to Jacob?
No.
Never met him. Everything comes through Richard.
Yeah. So with that, that was a huge thing of why Locke survived this, was because of Jacob. But because we'll see, as Jacob, he visited all of them on their certain spots that they really need, especially like Sawyer when he was at the funeral of his parents because of Anthony Cooper. So yeah, like we'll get into all that later. But Michael, what was the spoiler you had?
There's a really fun little spoiler that is going to lead us directly into maybe the most divisive episode of Lost. Many people say it's the worst episode of Lost. I know we personally get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Expose, when Locke is having his TV dinner in his miserable little life, you hear the TV that he's listening to says like, the Cobra is doing this, that, or the other. And the Cobra is the villain in the TV show Expose that Nikki is in, as we're going to see in the next episode. We're going to get Lando Calrissian.
Razzle dazzle.
That's going to be fun for Jake.
What is it?
Lando Calrissian from Star Wars plays the
yes,
Cobra.
yes.
Oh, is that Lando?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it in a while.
Yeah, no, I loved at the end of that episode. You're like razzle dazzle. Also, you're like so ready for expose. You showed up.
You're so ready for expose.
You have that as your hashtag. Realizing that's not the episode tonight. You're saying razzle dazzle. So love it.
I was like, this episode doesn't really matter. If I give Jake some little clues, it's just funny.
Yeah,
It's just for fun.
Next week is just like a shit show, and it's going to be funny to talk about.
Yeah,
it don't matter. So don't go.
I can't wait for all the whole like Paulo lies, paralyzed, all
paralyzed.
Power
oh my
lines.
gosh! If they had just waited just a little bit longer to bury them,
Anyway,
did they bury them alive?
They went out for miles.
Let's talk about the biggest probably spoiler, which is where, again, if you're still here and you've not seen it, get out. Like, this is a big one. This is not the first.
This is not the last time that
Not the
someone who
last
looks like
time
John
that-
Locke is going to blow up a submarine.
Yeah, John Locke. Because
This is not the last time that someone who looks like John Locke is going to stop people from leaving the island on a submarine.
and actively kill Jin and Sun together. So
And Sayid.
and Sayid.
And Sayid. But
And
not
Sayid,
Lapidus.
Jin, and Sun all in one
Like one fell
lockbox.
swoop. Like that episode. I can't. I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out. But fuck you, Locke. Even
It
though
wasn't
you-
Locke.
I said even though you weren't Locke, but it's still Locke.
It's not Locke because once again, Locke gets manipulated into doing what Ben wants.
Anyway, but yeah, that is the big one. This is not the first time we will see a submarine blow up or implode or all the other things. But yeah.
Poor Sayid. Listen, I love Jin and Sun, and I also feel bad for Jin and Sun. But like Sayid was on such like a journey of like feeling like he was like too far gone, and then he sacrificed himself for the group.
I'm so sorry. I am more on the other side of Jin and Sun, which is why I forgot Sayid in that moment for a second, because that is they had just gotten back together after
They
being
just got back together. Jin never met their daughter.
Pictures. He just saw pictures of his daughter. Like, this is ugh. And like he was
John
supposed
Locke
to be on
blowing up
he was supposed to be on the
submarines is
helicopter.
unforgivable.
He was supposed to be on the helicopter. He was supposed to be on the fucking helicopter. So I don't like I feel I can't. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Luckily, we have a long time before we have to deal with that.
But it's still
Do we? Because we have short seasons. After season 3, they go
true.
down to short seasons.
We're only halfway through. We're good. We got lots of time.
We have another 60 episodes. It's fine. But yeah, with that, any other spoilers that you guys want to bring up? Alrighty. Kevin's gonna sit there and ponder.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about like all the reasons I hate John Locke. Do any of them?
I knew exactly what
Any
you're
other reasons relate to this episode? And I can't think of any.
Perfect. Well, with that, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Like, tell us how much you love these two fighting over Ben and Locke all the time. So it's it's great.
Tell us how much you like John Locke, because I know that John Locke is loved.
Listen,
Tell
are
Kevin.
you team rabbit number 8, and do you enjoy just like watching this person be duped again and again and again, or are you team me, like team like person with a brain? And
Excuse you?
I'm not saying rabbit number 8 doesn't have a brain. I'm saying I cannot stand that this person does not have a brain. Like,
no, wait,
stop.
Can you imagine, because Jake doesn't watch these, that all these people just start typing in the comments rabbit number?
Yeah,
8?
if you're gonna
What?
comment, you're gonna comment Team Kevin or Team Rabbit number 8. Make sure you are not giving details that are gonna spoil
Of why?
anything for
Of
Jake.
why?
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.